Alrighty, good morning. We're live, and we're here in Hanoi. I'm here a few minutes early, and you're getting the first look. You're getting the first look of what I got up to yesterday. So, for anyone who joins me later, up until yesterday, I had much longer hair. It went down to where are we? Went down to about here, and I decided it's a bit hot. It was getting um, bit hot, and I decided to get it all cut off, and I've gone very, very short. Hi Lisa, good morning. How are you going? And for anyone else who comes along, please say hi, give me a thumbs up, and let me know who's joined me this morning. So we're starting in the neighbourhood near where we're staying. I'm going to turn the camera around in a moment. Um, And basically, the reason that I decided to start here was because of all the beautiful, thanks, Lisa, all the beautiful houses around here. All right, so let's actually turn the camera around now, and let me see. I need to do a few things to turn the camera around. Bear with me, and that should now be on the back camera. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Good morning. I don't know if you missed my haircut, but I'll come back to it later. So here we are. We're in a little neighbourhood, still in Hanoi. Yes, we're still in Hanoi. But this time we're in a different location in Hanoi, in an area called Westlake, which is kind of just to the northwest of the old quarter where we were staying before. But I decided to start here. Hi, Alicia. Great to see you. Just because there's some rather magnificent buildings around here. And it's a little short walk to where we're going to start today. And we're just having a look at some of the really lovely buildings. So let's walk along this laneway here. Hi, Catherine. Great to see you. Welcome. And what we just discovered in the few minutes before we got started is that we're actually in, well, I don't know if there's more than one, but we found at least one embassy just around the corner from us here. So here we go. These aren't embassies. I'm not sure what these are. Hi, Neil. Great to see you. This one here, I think, might even be a school. We see teenagers in the courtyard here from time to time. I'll turn the camera around in a moment again as well. We're just staying up. We're just staying up in one of these apartments up to the right here. But this here, if one has to say hi to Vanessa, because this is, we discovered just a few moments ago, this is the Peruvian embassy. Yeah, look at this. So here we go. And that's the embassy building up there with these cute little roof details. Look at the sky. And then something that's common everywhere in Vietnam is the rather creative electrical wiring. Yeah, oh yeah, have a look at Richard's t-shirt. He got that especially. He needed a new t-shirt, and that just resonated with him. So we have more beautiful houses along here, and we're in a neighbourhood where they're rather protective of their security, so rather unwelcoming looking deterrents on the tops of the fences as well. And then if you're feeling inclined, this is a spa. And we've walked past here on occasion. When the lights are on, there's some really beautiful artwork you can see through these windows. And we've heard piano recitals, music recitals in here as well. So that's obviously for the well-heeled. And I rather love this gate. Rather grand gate. Alrighty, I think it's probably ticked over start time now. We're just about to head up along this roadway and down towards Westlake. So let me just get up here first, and then I'll turn the camera around once more and you can all admire what I've done to my hair, which I did yesterday out of sheer frustration, just how hot it is and how I was having to constantly tie it back. So I went, right, off it goes. All right, we're across the road now. Let me show you. Let me show you what I did to myself. Well, I didn't do it to myself. Got done. There we go. There's the new me. So there. Went very short. I don't know if you can see around the back. I went very short. Okay, that's enough of me. Let's get back to why we're here today. Turn this camera back around again. Camera. And back to the back camera. All right. Thanks, Tariq. And good morning to you. All right, so we're going to walk along this road here. We're in the area of Hanoi that's called Westlake. And apparently a lot of the expat community live in this area. So there's a lot of different ethnicities in terms of food. There's Turkish. There's several pizza places. More food diversity in this area, catering to the expat community. Where's my comments gone? Sorry, what did Neil say? Hoys Barber, no, not Hoys Barber. Hoys Barber is down in Da Nang. We just walked past a place yesterday that had a sign out the front that said women's cut 230,000, and that was a price that sounded pretty good to me. When we went inside and had a look at the choices for an extra 60,000, I was able to get wash and blow dry and facial massage. Oh, look at this lady. So all of that is, what did we work out? $17, wasn't it? $17 Australian, so even less US, to get my hair cut and blow dried and a facial massage as well. All right, so here we are at Westlake, and it's a rather lovely lake. Look, there's the exercise class happening over there on the left. Where are we going? I have to watch out for traffic behind me. And the bikes coming past. Yeah, the prices here are really good for that sort of thing. I think a men's cut was 150,000. What? Oh, which you just got crashed into by a bike. You got to have eyes in the back of your head walking around here. So here's Westlake, and you can see that it's a completely different landscape to the old quarter of Hanoi. It's very misty this morning. But we're going to walk around over in that direction over there. There's a blue building you might be able to see. We're going to head in that direction. And there's a few things that we'll take in along the way. So Westlake has a perimeter of, I just saw a rat, has a perimeter of 17 kilometres. And there's walking and bike paths for most of the way, most of the perimeter. But along this section we have pubs and cafes. And Neil says, Tariq, lucky the bears don't need a trim. Very good point, Neil. So I hadn't seen this yesterday. We came here a bit later yesterday and none of this was here. So they must have already packed away after breakfast. On the right here, we have some kind of, looks like a Mexican or South American style place. Not really sure what's in there. I don't think I've ever seen it open. So 17 kilometres of pathways that circuit the lake. It's a freshwater lake which has become separated from the Red River, which is the main river that flows through Hanoi. And there's quite a lot of lakes that are the same, formed in the same way. So a bend in the river will have perhaps silted up and become closed off from the main river and formed lakes. In Australia, we call those billabongs. And we'll see lots of people fishing. It's not advisable to swim in here. A little puppy dog. Hi, Mary Lou. Great to see you. There's lots of people coming along doing their morning cycle along here as well. So we're going to head over in the direction of that Ferris wheel. I don't know if we'll actually get close to the Ferris wheel, but you might be able to see that over there. And on the left-hand side of the Ferris wheel is a blue building. And that is a water park. Richard's possibly going to go and try that out either later today or tomorrow. And up ahead we have the beautiful, as we now know, thanks to Lynn, we know that this is called a Pride of India tree next to the Poinciana tree, looking absolutely gorgeous. So over in that direction, I don't know if you can see, I can see it with the naked eye, but I can't see it through the camera. There is a mural wall. We're going to head over in that direction as well. So the best that I could find out about Westlake is that it was formed, I think the estimate was in the last, say, 2,000 years. But there's been lots of myths and legends have evolved around the formation of the lake, which have led to it being known by lots of different names over the millennia. Loosely translated, one of those was something to do with a nine-tailed fox, and another one was loosely translated to something to do with a gold buffalo. This fellow is fishing with a net. Oh, we're going to Vietnamese. There it is. He's going to do some fishing. I think we'll bypass. We saw them exercising, Tariq, but I don't think we'll join in. It is a little misty along here, Sarah. And along the edge of the walkway here, we have lots of beautiful bougainvillea. Just get past them. Let's have a look. Let's have a closer look at some of them. The beautiful bougainvillea flower that lines the path here. But yes, looking out across the lake, you can see it is quite misty this morning. Let's have a look out this way. We can't even see the opposite shore from here, really. It's that misty. And look at this. This is Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning in Hanoi. We have everyone out here on their bikes exercising. Should we cross the road here, do you think? Or we'll just continue that way? And then across the road here, there's a food market or food court. And you can see in the pots there, they're big lotus plants, the big leafed ones. We're going to see some more of those in a moment as well. So Hanoi as a city has close to 10 million people. And this is just one very small area of it, of course. This is where the expats like to live. So we have, if they're professional people living long term in Vietnam, in Hanoi, they tend to congregate around here. There's a hammock. Squeeze past that bike. So there's, as we already saw, there's lots of restaurants in this area dedicated to the different nationalities that live here. We've been visiting a German bar. Last night we had German dinner. A little place called the Kneipe. Richard had curry wurst and I had Brötchen. All right, so we're getting closer here now to the area where the water park and the Ferris wheel is. And let's just pause and have a look across the surface of the lake again. So we've come from over in that direction, that large building with the red roof. I think that's the neighbourhood we came from, or no, possibly a little round to the left there. I'm not actually certain. Maybe a bit further round to the left is where we came from. And we can see the mist across the lake and all this morning activity. With the beautiful bougainvillea all the way along the edge of the path, between the path and the water. Can you find sauerbraten there? I didn't see sauerbraten on the menu, but we did see pork knuckle and schnitzel. Love sauerbraten meal. I've made it a couple of times myself. The only problem with it is that it takes up a lot of room in your fridge when you're marinating a big piece of meat for 3 days in red wine to make sauerbraten. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to the mural wall first, and then we're going to double back and head over in this direction. And we're going to go inside this place here. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. What are you looking at? 25. Yeah, Rich is just pointing out the temperature at the moment, 25 degrees, quite reasonable, 6 o'clock in the morning. But we do know it's heading to 32 degrees today. Hi, Ronnie Lynn, how are you? Great to see you. So we'll head around the corner here and up along this road and take a look at the mural wall. But across the road here, we're already starting to get a glimpse of the lotus field. Do you call it a field? Lotus pond? I'm going to see how far we can get into that. No, we want to stay on this side. Let's see it better from this side. We can come back along there. I don't know how far we can walk into the lotus field, but I'm going to have a try and see if we can get in closer to that as well. All right, just want to get past these few people exercising. Whoops. And you can see how misty it is over here across the lake. Now we're in a better position to actually see the sun as well. So let's have a look. Here is the sun. So sunrise was about half an hour ago, 3/4 of an hour ago. And what I'd like to do when we get back from Sapa, we'll be located in a different area on the southwest corner of the lake. And I'm hoping we'll be in a better position to see a beautiful sunrise across the lake when we've relocated as well. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, the other reason I wanted to stay on this side is so that every time we have to jump on the road to avoid the other people, at least you're in the direction facing the traffic. Hi, Laurie, great to see you. Laurie says, Ronnie, oh, you're exchanging with other people in the chat. Sorry, I just need to pause to read your comment. Neil says, are you learning any words? Neil, the language is really difficult. I started trying to learn Vietnamese because it's a tonal language. If you say something the wrong way, it means something entirely different. I'll give you an example of that. In fact, this was something that Kong told us. The word for thank you is come on. And it took us so many attempts to even come close to being able to pronounce it that way. And apparently we're still saying it wrong. Apparently, if you say it the wrong way, and Kong said that this is particularly relevant to Australians in the way that we pronounce words, it means shut up. So instead of saying thank you, you're saying shut up. So that's why I didn't learn any Vietnamese. We know 1, 2, 3, which is Mot Hai Ba, and that's about it. We can say good morning, which is Xin Chao, and thank you or shut up is come on. So yes, that's where we got to with learning words. Very dangerous, Neil. Very dangerous indeed. Tariq says Vietnamese is a monosyllabic language. Yes, I did actually ask Kong about that. I said, the words are all single syllables. Is that correct? And he said, yes, very much so. So here we are outside the water park. This fence or wall goes around the water park. The entrance is right on the other side from here. Laurie says she was sitting quietly in the corner. I saw you. All right, so we're just going to see a few of the painted murals, and then we'll see there's a mosaic up ahead. So I'm just going to take you slowly along. This one's quite alarming, isn't it? Let this person past us. That one's a bit frightening, nightmare-inducing even. And then we have a girl with attitude. Either side of it, they're like mandalas. So we've got white, yellow, orange on that side, and then on this side we've got white, yellow, red, like mandalas. Yeah, Tariq, it's very much like Chinese. When I was traveling to China with my son for a school excursion many, many years ago, I thought I'd learn a few words in Cantonese, and I decided, as soon as I realized that pronouncing something the wrong way could mean something entirely different, same as in Vietnamese, I decided safer not to even try and go there. But when you see my tour tomorrow, oh, there's someone swimming out there. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the little head bobbing in the water. Hi, Annette. I know it's you because it's only you and me that use this account. Ronnie Lynn says, "Oh boy, that'd be very perilous." Yeah, I don't know if you can see. It might be too far away, but there's a little head bobbing in the water there. All right, so here's the German mural, and this is a collaboration. It's okay, Annette. You can continue using that account. We all know who you are. Um, German mosaic mural. It was done in collaboration with the German embassy, I believe, the German government, and it depicts scenes from Germany as well as interwoven um, scenes or themes of the two cultures intermingled. So we've got a tower that Richard thinks may be located in Munich, the red tower there. We can see there's a wind farm, the green blades of the wind farm. I'm going to try and get a little bit closer. I can't get too close because it just doesn't look any good. All right, just so you can see the swans. Let's see how long I can stay here before the traffic gets to me. Because you really need to stand in the middle of the road to see this. No, I think we'll go back to the other side. Help me across. Richard's going to help me back across the road. Okay. Hi, Annette. You're back as Annette. Hello. And then we've got this beautiful, well, that's the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin. I don't know if you can see that there. It's a city I've never been to. And then we have people on Vespers, a very Vietnamese scene. And then over here we have children celebrating the friendship between Germany and Vietnam. And of course the two flags. All right. So let's slowly make our way back along this way. Here's the sun, what the sun's doing at the moment, looking lovely still. Of course, it's going to start losing its subtle colour. Swans, yep, swans. Let's go back and see the swans. So we've got, back along here, we've got the Brandenburg Gate. I'm guessing that was probably the Black Forest in behind, perhaps. The Alps are in behind there. Don't know what that building is with the orange and yellow dome. Not sure. Something quite modern here in the middle that I'm not familiar with. It could be something along one of the rivers, perhaps, the Rhine, like one of the floodgates, maybe. And then, the swans. There we go. There's the swans. No, and this is just a tiny little section on the north of the city. This is as long as this is. It's just a very small, separate mural. It's called the German mosaic mural. Let me get out of this man's way. Hi, Lynn. Lovely to see you. Lynn snuck on and I missed her. There she is. Hi, Lynn. And Tariq says, I follow a Vietnamese woman living in Germany and talking about the cultural differences as she has a German boyfriend. Yeah, that would be quite interesting. I mean, the cultural differences are quite dramatic. I with Kong invited me last night to help him out. Here we go. Here's the water park. You can see the thing up there. Help him out with some students that he teaches English to. So I got on a call with him and about 6 of his students, and we were just having a little chat. With they were sort of between the ages of about 11 and 15, and that was really lovely. So yes, discovering what is new to people, things that they maybe aren't familiar with. They were all excited to have an Australian opportunity talk with an Australian and talk about kangaroos and koalas. And it says she was hiding behind the Berlin Wall. The building looks like a cat. Which building? I must have missed that, Annette. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to head across the road now and have a look at the lotuses. Try not to get bowled over by bikes. Okay, I think we've got a chance right now. Yeah. Aww. And the lamppost looks like whiskers and its smile. Right, I understand now. The blue building. Yeah, I got you. So this is like a back entrance to the water park in here. So what people were doing yesterday, I don't think we'll be able to get in there because it's a little bit too early. What people were doing yesterday is you can go into the lotus ponds here, and where that building is in the middle, you can hire outfits. So you can hire the beautiful satin robes, the traditional Vietnamese outfits, and then you can walk out here. Do you see where the thatch kind of umbrella shelters are, and pose and get your photo taken? I think it cost, I think I saw a price of around about 200,000. Now, I'm not sure if that was just for the access to the walkway or whether that included the costume hire as well. But they all look gorgeous. They all looked absolutely beautiful. And then over here on the other side, there's a walkway through the middle. Over here on the other side, you'll see that there's some actual lotuses coming out on the right-hand side here, the white ones in particular. Let's get past this lady, sorry. And over in the middle, there's a man here on a little boat harvesting lotus buds. Look at that. And I'm hoping you can see it. I can see that he's not very visible, but he's just making his way through the lotus field, harvesting lotus buds. Lynn says, "Hi Sarah, lovely we can all be here together in this faraway place." It is, isn't it? It really is. So yes, the young ladies were sitting out here underneath these thatch roofs, getting their photo taken in traditional costume. And since there's no one in there at the moment, I'm not going to try and go around there. Plus, I think they'll have the gate locked. There was a gate across the path yesterday. So we'll just view it from here. But you can see, I'm trying to see if I can actually see, there's some buds down there. They're a little bit difficult to pick out, but the giant leaves and the buds are down there. All right, so we're going to go across the road and we're going to pay to go into the Ho Tay Floral Valley. And the only decision we're making is, shall we get it with a drink? I think we'll get it with a drink, yeah? You can have just an entry fee on its own, or you can have an entry fee with a drink. Rich is going to help me cross the road again. So here we are. This is the Ho Tay. Ho Tay is the name for Westlake Flower Valley. And we confirmed yesterday, we popped in yesterday, we confirmed that it opens at 6 a.m. Sorry, just going back. Locked gates are meant for climbing, Lynn. I'd sort of like... Where? Where do we go? Down here. Go down here. We're being directed to another gate, I think. Well, we confirmed yesterday that it opens at 6, so next gate. Okay, thank you. All right, we're being directed back this way to another gate. That's all right. Richie says he told us to go home. I don't think he was doing that. All right, that was a grab bike. Did you see the green jacket he was wearing? There was a fellow just like that I rode with to get to Train Street. Some of you may have seen the video I posted where I was on the back of a grab bike. And then then Hui saw the video. These people are all working in the rose garden. I'm going to be really disappointed if we can't get in here after making sure we could yesterday. All right. It's a beautiful flower garden. Lots of roses. We can see the roses here on this side. Yeah, Hui saw my video and said, "You're very brave taking a grab bike in Hanoi." Well, it did feel like we were being shooed away, definitely. And I'm very confused now because we definitely read a sign that said 6 a.m. and spoke to a lady. So we might just have to go to a cafe instead. Don't know what's going on. We don't know where we're going. Anyway, we'll end up somewhere. I don't recall seeing a gate along here yesterday. No, that's definitely not a gate. He pointed us in this direction, so I can't imagine he would have done that for no reason. Anyway, we're doing some aerobic exercise, working up some perspiration, starting to glow. There's a nice little rose. There's a nice one. Ronnie Lynn and I could take that guy. What, the one that was blocking my path, or the one that shooed us out of the gate? You got a couple of contenders now. All right, we'll have a shot at turning left around this corner, and if that doesn't pan out, then we'll call this a failed mission. All right, so we've got Doner Kebab here, little Doner Kebab store. Here's one of these lotus bowls. I'm going to try going in this way, see if this goes anywhere. Do you think that goes through? Oh, this is the same sign, isn't it? Is that the same sign? This is when it's handy to know some Vietnamese, isn't it? All right, that sign looks familiar. Let's see if this takes us anywhere. Good morning. Okay, here we go. This is where, yes, a 100,000 ticket to the flower garden and optional drink. Yeah, that one there. Here, this one. Do you want the with or without a drink? So, with a drink, two.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Oh, we'll get a drink later. Yeah, all right. Who bought the coasters, Annette? Was that Ronnie Lynn? They did look lovely from what I saw. Little gatekeeper gets to live another day. These look like costumes for hire too. I wonder if that's what that is. Bet you can hire these dresses and pose in amongst the flowers. Okay, this looks promising. I'm not sure what the beach is about, but I can see a pathway over there. Okay, let's go. Rich has got tickets for us. We're allowed in. Let's do this. As I said, I don't know why there's a beach here. But there's bean bags over there. There's a lot of seating, so plenty of places to have a drink. We decide to have one when we come back out. Cute little seating area. There's this. Interesting. Looks like a big screen. So maybe they have movie nights here. Maybe that's what the bean bags are for. Okay, look at this. So we've just paid 70,000 each, 140,000, which is about $8 for the two of us. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. I'm glad we found the way in. Vietnamese Coachella. I don't know what a Coachella is. There's ducks down there. These are all snapdragons in front of us. And then we've got a lotus pond. We've got fountains over there. Let's see if we can head down to this walkway. And there's a nice breeze blowing at the moment, which is fantastic. So we've got some gardeners over here on the left. Got a noisy pathway. An adult sandbox to play in. Coachella is a huge concert. Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with Coachella. Thanks for letting me know about that, Annette. All right, so we've got roses along the path here. Fresh beds waiting to be planted. And look at the colours along the edge of the waterway along there. What a pity I can't zoom in. It's a music festival. Thanks, Therese. I probably should have known that. I wonder what these red flowers are. They're quite dramatic, aren't they? Oh, I think it's a salvia. Can anyone confirm? Oh, these are all the gardeners, the workers. We've got petunias in pots with lots and lots of roses on either side of the path. These ones are just finishing. And then looking out across, I've just got to find a way down to that path. How do I get down there? They're working their way through the flower beds. I might have to join them, go down that way. So this way leads to like a, well, there's lots of water pouring down, so it might not be a good idea to walk through there at the moment anyway. But I think I'll walk down the way the gardeners are coming back up. That looks like a lovely area to sit later when the water's turned off. The famous Coachella Festival one is in California. What is the name of this place? It's called Ho, H-O, Tay, T-A-Y, Floral Valley. And it was incredibly difficult to find. Here's the path. Big step to start with, but we can do that. It was incredibly difficult to find any information about it. I searched and searched. I went to Google Maps first because I was seeking out places to go that are near where we're staying. And I could see that there was something here on the map. And I tried searching and searching, and I was coming up with I get snagged on rose bushes here. Really difficult to find any information. So this was largely a guess, which led us here yesterday. Coco's named after Coachella. Yeah, largely a guess that brought us here yesterday. So yesterday we came out on an exploratory walk. Obviously, this is the first time I've seen the inside because we didn't pay to come in here yesterday. We just came to the front entrance. Oh, that step was a bit wonky. All right, so looking back up behind us. Yes, exactly, Neil. That's exactly right. What was Richard drinking? All will be revealed tomorrow during my tour out on Lanhar Bay. I've put enough teaser posts up. I hope I get a few people along tomorrow. Sorry, I've been spamming you guys. Are they swans? They might be swans. White ones. Or are they just regular old geese? I don't know. We'll find out in a moment. Oh, it's not oil, Tariq. But you are close. You're heading in the right direction. All right, let's walk along this path here. Nah, they're not swans. They're just geese or ducks or something. No, not blood, Neil. Not blood. One of the meals we had a substance in it called blood cake, which I just don't like the texture of. So Richie got to have extra. It is cool, isn't it? Look at that. I need to be keeping note of all these ideas I come across and get my daughters to make them. Natalie's in she belongs to a women's shed, which is fantastic. I think that's so brilliant. And she's been working with wood. So I can call on her. And of course, Lauren's an electrician. It's good to have handy children. All right, so Annette says, that's going to be the next thing I have you send me. It's a bit big. I don't know what the shipping costs are going to be on that, Annette. For those of you that don't know, I've shipped one thing to Annette already, and the shipping costs on that were interesting, but she did get it quickly, so that was the trade-off. We've got Cory Carp in here. Look. Think shipping will be much? Yeah, I think it might be a little bit. How about we have a look at this hand over here? We could try. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia, but I have lots of people on here right now from all over the world.
Hello, Australia. I love you, Australia.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so lots and lots and lots of petunias planted along this section here. Damn shipping fees. Yeah, you're right, Neil. Okay, I think that little bridge there might be risky. What do you think? I don't think we'll have a go at that one. So the best time to come to this park, I did read, one of the very small facts I did manage to find out, is in spring, and we are now in summer. So we've missed the best time to visit. The best time to visit was from, I think they said November to March or something like that. Sent a book to Norway from London a few months ago and it cost me £50. Oh, that's extraordinary. Do you know what we did once? This is pretty funny, actually. When we were returning to Australia from 5 years living away back in the late 80s and early 90s, we were members of our local library when we were living in London, and we borrowed a Lonely Planet book on Fiji because we were planning to go home via Fiji, and we took it with us. And then I posted it back to the library with a little note that said, "Thanks. Sorry for taking so long to return it." And they didn't chase me for the late fees. Partly, I guess, because we were no longer living in the UK. But I did return it, you know. How about this sculpture in it, the big hand? Do you like this? Now those bridges look a little bit more robust. Yes, Annette? Yes. I have to tell you, not a lot of people from Hounslow were travelling to Fiji at that time, so I actually don't think the library missed it. And they got it back. Here we go. Easy to send. Check. GT. Replace book. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Easier to send a check to replace the book. It's okay. It didn't actually cost me too much. Library felon. Did you hear about the library that just forgave all the late fees because they decided they'd rather have people returning to the library and borrowing books than getting militant about late fees? So they just forgave them all. I thought that was pretty cool. We've got begonias here, I think. Yep. And then over here, there's a grove of palms with all hanging pots hanging from them. And Annette says, if you could bend down 3 fingers and a Which finger are you leaving up, Annette? All right, so this is getting into the landscaping supplies area. I think the path ends here. We won't go any further. But looks like they're landscaping with rock over here. This should be quite interesting. It looks like it's a project in progress over this side. Isn't this lovely? Isn't this lovely for a where did I happen to be Wednesday? Very pretty, very pretty. There's another path that goes around the back over here. How long have I been going? Coming up to an hour, 55 minutes. I think we might do a little bit of a circle and then finish up back over near the planter, the circular planter. We might finish up over there. It's lovely, isn't it, Lynn? It's just beautiful. We know it's going to get hot today. I'm just intrigued by this building. Go a little further along this path. I want to check out what this building is hiding behind these pine trees here. Something just jumped in the water. It's got a crown. This building has a crown. There we go. There's some interesting architecture in Hanoi, but it's not always easy to photograph just because of the clutter, the visual clutter, if you know what I mean. Like you're always sort of down in a laneway or an alleyway, and it's not easy to see the buildings and show off how dramatic they are sometimes. And then Annette says, and then you get to go to the cafe for a drink. Absolutely, yes, that's where we're going. So if anyone missed it, by the way, while it's fresh in my mind, if you missed Annette's resin class yesterday, go back and have a look at it, because she's going to be selling items in her shop, her resin items, and they'll tell you those bottle stoppers look absolutely gorgeous, Annette. They look so pretty. They make perfect Christmas gifts. Richard is generous to share you with us. Seriously, Neil, when you spend 24 hours a day together, he's happy to be rid of me. He's always saying, you go do it. You go do it on your own. And I'm saying, no, you come with me. Right, back along this path. We'll try and find a little bridge. There's some kind of little, do you call that a dovecote over there? Two little bird houses. And I'm going to keep doing my my Surprise Wednesday tours. I'm not sure I trust this bridge. I think that looks very wonky. I'm going to keep doing my Surprise Wednesday tours because I think that's a good way for me to go live. And Wednesday is usually a day that we're somewhere in place. We don't travel on this little bird. Oh, I missed it. We don't travel on weekends as a rule. We try to avoid it. Yeah, I'm not going to try and cross that either. So Wednesday seems to be a pretty reliable day for me to just do something from somewhere. And I know that you guys prefer live over the recordings that I've been giving. So that's my way of trying to get that to you. Do I trust this? These bridges look very, very decidedly risky. All right, I'll give it a go. There is a footprint on it, so I know someone's crossed before me. And the rest of this area is just all beautiful red begonias. Annette, share where your shop is. Do you have a Shopify, or do you know what I think you need to do? I think you need to set up a Buy Me a Coffee and put your items in the store on Buy Me a Coffee, because you know you can put physical items, physical products in there, don't you? This path is grown over, so I'm not going to go through there. Let's go back this way. Whoops. Okay, another dodgy bridge. This one looks even dodgier. Big step. Okay, let's do this. Right, we're safe again. Hi, Gregory. Great to see you. Yes, Annette. Let's talk about that later. I've just been helping Mickey Adri. I've just been helping Adri set up a store where he can put his recordings after he takes them down from YouTube, and he's really excited about that. So yes, message me later. I'll get you up and running on Buy Me a Coffee, because it serves more than one purpose. It is another way for you to receive tips. I know you've got PayPal, but I don't think you've got Buy Me a Coffee, have you? Gregory, it says, that's surprising to go to the gardens and see rows of plants in pots. Yeah, I know what you mean. It is a little, isn't it? Look at this. Let's just go down low and across the top. Okay. You know my special word for perspiring, don't you? Glowing. Well, I'm glowing a lot right now. Now, I'm not lost. I just don't know where the paths lead. And some of them are a little overgrown. Buy me a pizza. Yeah, you could do that. You could change it to that. Oh, is this going to come out anywhere, Amora, or is this a dead end? I don't know where Richard went. I know he's in here somewhere. All right, I think it's time. Let's finish up. I'm going to turn the camera around for all of those who haven't seen me yet. And be prepared for the shock. There we go, guys. I did it. Which way does that go? Oh, this way, I think. There we go. I did it. I cut it all off. I love my long hair. I think it suits me better than short hair. But in this heat, it was a constant frustration. I was fighting it. I was constantly fighting the hair, tying it back. I'm in a maze. I am. But yeah, that's how short I went at the back. I know. Yeah. So yes, I bit the bullet. I bit the bullet and cut it all off. So what I'm going to do now is turn that camera back around this way. That camera there. Okay. And let's see if I can find a path out of here in amongst the overgrown grass. And it's wet. Wet grass. Ugh. Okay. That way is blocked by rose bushes. I hope they're not thorny. Yeah, we're not going that way. That looks really dangerous in between the rose bushes. Are these roses thorny? Can I get through there? The other option is there, and that's overgrown. You love the short hair? Thanks, Tariq. Okay. Oh, they're not thorny, but the path is slippery. I nearly went for 6 then. Okay. I am stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. All right. Okay. Back we go. Back we go. Back this way. You stuck with me until I turn the camera off, because I've got to find my way out of here. All right. Okay. This way. And I'm not sure what this plant is. I thought it was lavender, but it's not. It's something else. Someone will know. Is it a sage? Maybe it's some kind of a sage. Oh yeah. I'll try and pick a little discreet leaf. Oh no, it doesn't smell like sage. No, it's not sage. All right. I've just proven my lack of plant knowledge. What did Gregory say? Next week's live may be coming from the same. Well, I'm meant to be catching a train tomorrow night, Gregory, to Sapa. But yes, if I send out a search party, if I don't find my way out. All right, here we go. I made it. I made it from here. To Annette's planter wheel. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to finish up here. You've got nothing better to do to eat. That's okay. Mint. It didn't smell like anything. It didn't smell like anything at all. Okay, all right. Here we go. I'm going to be creative for you. I know all the other guides love showing themselves, and I hate it. I am so adverse to the camera, but here we go. Let's do this. All right, here, if I can line it up. That way, that. See, I'm hopeless at this. I am absolutely hopeless. No, still can't do it. There, kind of, close, getting there. There. Bye, everybody. That's enough silliness for me. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow out on the boat on the cruise. And your planter, tell Richard to grab that. All right. We've got to find him first. Okay. Let's turn this around again. I'm next to a machine making a noise. All right, everyone. I'm finishing here. That's enough for silliness for this morning. See you all tomorrow. And catch another tour. Check the calendar out. Go find someone else's tour and enjoy that as well. Let me know in the groups which tours you went on. All right. Bye for now.